find very slow going. Northbound Lodge until you get beyond Wyoming. Also northbound Lodge at 7 Mile Road. We've had another accident, this one involving a van and a Corvette. From the skies of Detroit, I'm your captain, Pat Monks, aboard Traffic Copter 95.
Captain Pat says rush hour in Detroit is getting worse every year. His job is to make it more tolerable for the legions of cursing, fist-waving, horn-honking drivers below. Of course, that all depends on how many are tuned in and how many listen to what he says. Traffic copters have even come to television. News 4 weatherman Doug Hill gets the latest each morning from WJR's Joel Alexander.
You may want to take a little extra time if you're leaving west of I-275, particularly out around I-94.
It's a great vantage point way up there, but high or low, plenty of us are exposed to drivers who make rush hour a nightmare.
Things that people do, drive 45 miles an hour in a left-hand lane and slows everybody else down. If they want to drive slow, get over in the right-hand lane. Another thing we see continuously is people stopping before they enter the freeways.
Changing lanes without signaling. We seem to think that if it's clear we can just switch, but somebody might be switching at the same time.
I've seen them try to change flat tires in third lane of the freeway, jack their cars up and lay under them.
So granted, our lousy driving habits add even more misery to rush hour, but it's not entirely our fault. After all, look at these road surfaces we have to drive on every day. Highways are not blessed with immortality, though the budget makers would like to think that. Parts of the Lodge and Fort freeways were built in 1947. 35 years later, they are aging and ailing, broken and bumpy. Drivers vibrate, cars disintegrate. Notice the bumper crop of orphaned hubcaps? Transportation consultant Tappan Data says rocky roads make rush hour even slower.
Some of the drivers will slow down, just an assumption that they may run into that pothole. And as a result, what you get in rush hour is like a shockwave, people slowing down continuously. Road repairs and maintenance ought to be done in the proper time. And because of lack of funds, sometimes we don't. And what we end up doing is just increasing the cost.
The state promises to fill all those potholes this spring, but the quality way to fix a bad road is resurfacing. State spending on those projects has plummeted from $54 million in 1979 to $10 million this year. Meanwhile, the freeways crumble and the drivers grumble. Just how will the state come up with the needed repair money, and just how long can the freeways hold out? We'll take up those questions tomorrow. And we'll give you an update on a new traffic surveillance system called Scandy. The state says it's dandy, but when will it finally be done? With a closer look, I'm Roger Weber, News 4 Detroit.